Kevin Rudd has confirmed he will contest Monday's leadership ballot. He's lobbed another grenade into the battle tonight, questioning Julia Gillard's integrity over when and how she took the top job from him in the first place. Political correspondent Tom Eagleton reports from Canberra.
Kevin Rudd's Brisbane home is campaign headquarters for his leadership tilt. It's a family affair. Even his expectant daughter came.
Do you think he's got a really good chance against Gillard? What do you think of Gillard? Proud of your dad? What do you think of Gillard? Sorry. How's the pregnancy going?
Oh my God, what a shit fight.
Mr Rudd confirmed he's running against the Prime Minister, making this promise if he loses.
I would go to the backbench and I would not challenge Julia a second time.
Labor watchers have heard that one before.
But the fact is I had only one shot in the locker and I fired it.
Kevin Rudd seems to accept he won't have the numbers to win on Monday after a day spent canvassing votes.
I've been encouraged by some responses, a bit disappointed by one or two, but that's life in the fast lane.
It's a contest turning on trust, truth and the historical record. Dangerous territory for any politician. Tonight, Kevin Rudd's questioning whether Julia Gillard told the truth when she said she had only decided to move against him on the day she toppled him as Prime Minister.
Julia's never been able to answer straight the question which was put to her by Four Corners, which is, was she working on victory speeches weeks in advance?
This was her answer to that question.
I did not ask for a speech to be prepared.
But were you aware that one was being prepared?
Look, I've just given the best answer I can to your question.
We've been told for a long time now that this was a last-minute decision. It seems to now be clear to everybody that it was long and premeditated, and does go to a question of trust. Excuse me.
The Prime Minister's claim that she was a loyal deputy right up until the day she asked Kevin Rudd for a leadership ballot has been central to her attempts to demolish his reputation and legacy.
I certainly stand by that statement, and I worked damn hard as Kevin Rudd's deputy, worked very, very hard in days of chaos and paralysis to try and keep his government running. That's the truth, that's the history.
And she's accusing Mr Rudd of avoiding questions about his loyalty.
Kevin Rudd spoke about trust today but did not deny when challenged, that he has spent time whilst I have been Prime Minister and he has been Foreign Minister behind closed doors in secret conversations with people undermining the government.
Those people were journalists to whom the Gillard camp suspects Mr Rudd told details of how he would challenge her leadership.
Every Member of Parliament and Cabinet Ministers talks to you on a regular or irregular basis. You know that. And so I am no different.
Julia Gillard's absolved journalists of confidentiality about her conversations with them. Not so Kevin Rudd.
Journalists should adhere to their own code of conduct, which you as a profession repeatedly say to me you are fundamental about upholding, rather than being in it and out of it at your selective convenience.
The issue of carbon pricing is central to the claims and counterclaims of trust and disloyalty. Today, Kevin Rudd reiterated that Wayne Swan and Julia Gillard had talked him out of proceeding with his emissions trading scheme.
They took a view, very bluntly and very directly, that we should not proceed with the carbon pollution reduction scheme.
I've got it done. Didn't talk about it, got it done. Kevin Rudd, when the going got tough, couldn't get carbon pricing done.
Kevin Rudd's now tying the Prime Minister's commitment not to introduce the carbon tax to the move to topple him.
Questions of trust arose at the time of the coup in June of 2010. Questions of trust arose on other policy commitments that were made prior to the last election.
And he's hinting that as leader, he'd back away from the carbon tax.
I think it's important to look carefully at how the implementation of the current tax goes in its first 6 months.
Both sides are trying to give the appearance of grassroots support. Mr Rudd's camp has it in writing on a petrol station receipt.
They use this and a bit of chewing gum to attach it to the front of my office, and it says, "Put Kevin Rudd back as PM. People voted for him."
Julia Gillard's show of support was just as stage managed.
All right, when the PM gets here, what kind of a welcome?
Needless to say, that was exactly the reception she got. Tom Eagleton, Late Line.